keeps friffing. That's why I don't have bangs. Now I got static on it. Oh no, it's worse. I touched it and it's worse.
Oh, you want to go?
There's nothing I can do.
Oh. There's no saving it. Just gonna be.
You get one diggy. Very alfalfa.
I give up.
Hi, everybody!
Hello.
Look at that. We're here.
In person, sort of.
On the same, and my mom just texted me. We are here to answer your burning questions with Q&A at HQ.
I'm H.
I'm Q. And these are your questions.
These are your questions for our Q&A.
We got a good amount of questions. Shout out to Rachel and Deb for contributing the most questions.
Hey.
There were several people who didn't put, so I did put names on the kind of dash their name for who asked. Some people didn't put, who, because that was an option if you wanted to remain anonymous. Anonymous. Then you were allowed to do so, but we thought it'd be a good time to do a Q&A now that I'm here.
In OH.
In OH.
Say
I-O. 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 Oh, sorry.
OH.
I miss I-O.
OH.
I-O.
OH.
I-O.
All right, the Bucks are going to be happy with you.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, the Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes.
The Buckeyes. I apologize.
The buff guys.
For the most part, yeah. All right, you want to read our first question?
Sure. Our first question is, this is from Deb saying,
Hi, Deb.
would you make the big move again knowing what you do now?
It's only been...
Yeah, it's been 10 days.
Shy of
10 days exactly since I've been here. It's been 11 since we arrived, but 10 full days of being here. So it is a bit early to tell.
Right.
I do think that if I hadn't, I would be homeless at this point. So I do think that's probably a good move.
Yeah.
But I didn't have really anywhere else that I could feasibly go with a large dog. I mean, a Chihuahua. And that would accommodate, especially with the issues I was having with finding an apartment in general.
Yeah.
So far, yeah, I do think it was probably the right decision. And Toledo's slogan is, you will do better in Toledo. So I'm holding you to that, Toledo.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. So that's...
But you've had some good pros.
Yeah.
In the past 10 days. You can breathe.
I can. I actually was running a bit without needing my inhaler.
Yeah.
That was a crazy revelation.
For sure.
And I already the
trees.
The trees. There's so many nice trees here.
Even though they're dead, they're still great.
They're still amazing. We went to the first Metro Park for me, and even with all the trees not having leaves or anything on it, it was still very twilight coated, which, as you guys know, is what I look for at any place I'm gonna live.
Right. Will I get murdered in this forest? Yes.
Yeah. You have Aldi's, which we don't have in Colorado.
Aldi's is
and
phenomenal.
Aldi's had Jaffa Cakes, which we don't have Jaffa Cakes in Colorado, at least at the stores I shopped at. So
right.
that was a big plus.
I feel like there was another one.
There were a few. I keep mentally adding points to Ohio.
Yeah.
Your gas prices are way better.
Gas prices.
That was a good
prices,
point.
obviously with Aldi.
Yeah, everything so far has been cheaper here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
far so good.
So far, so
There's
good.
only one real negative so far, and that was that the Asian market here did not, in fact, have Java curry.
It did not. It had golden.
It had golden. It had Vermont, which is
Vermont,
fine. Vermont is second best. We'll be continuing the search
for the.
But I do have 2 boxes I brought with me just in case.
Yes.
So, and my stuff did arrive safely here.
Maybe we can do curry.
It's
can make
cold.
it over the weekend.
Yeah.
That way when I come home and I can eat
You can just eat curry. Yeah, I definitely can do that.
Yeah.
I think that's been a benefit for you.
Oh yeah, having her cook even just a couple nights a week, it's so much nicer.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
All right. I'm going to say this is for both of us.
Okay, most of them are for both of us. There's only a couple that are
This one, I'm sure it was kind of directed at you, but
okay.
I'm going to go with both of us.
Sure.
It's from Asura. What's up, girl? If money was no object, what would your ideal career be and where would you want to live? If money was no object, my ideal career, why would I need a career if it's
not work?
Geez, that's a tough one. So, like, if I never had to worry about bills, I'm
not
necessarily
about income or health insurance. You have it all.
I have it all. I can just do what I want with my time. Aside from everything with Halo Moon Studios and writing and drawing, I always have the idea of like going to help out at a farm, like with horses, so I can be around horses.
You have two.
Yeah, I won't be able to ride either of those.
That's true.
Even if I, get over that.
Okay.
Or like working at like the vet's office just to be around more dogs. Like I think of those things on and off, but I'm like, I can't commit to that. Yeah. But if that was the situation, then it's like, hey, I could do one day at the shelter and one day at the farm or what have you. So I don't think I would go for a career. I think I would just go like, what do I want to do today?
Do with your time.
What do I want to do? Because I would like to be out and about, like doing different things.
For sure.
Where I want to live. I only really lived here in Japan, and I like them both, but for very different reasons. But I do feel very comfortable here where we're living. Maybe like a slightly smaller house in the future, but also like I don't care. We already have the house, and the housing market is terrible. Not that I would have to worry about it in this situation.
That's true.
But like a cozy house, like we're doing, this is great. And then I can go wherever I want because money is not an issue in theory. Yeah.
I think I would, like, again, aside from like the obvious answers of I would be a writer, like that's kind of my thing. I would love to get like something that would let me travel a lot with Big Boy.
That's I will service dog.
That's true.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I just need him to be okay with like a plane and stuff, and to have planes be safe again. But I think I ideally would love to live in the backwoods of Ireland in a little cottage where people weren't sure if I'm a witch or not.
I don't think I'd want a permanent address.
That's fair.
Like,
if the I'd like a permanent address to hold my grand library. And then I would just constantly leave and come back and leave and come back.
Moving castle.
Exactly. I would absolutely want that. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. But definitely, like, traveling and just like almost being like any of the Travel Channel, experiencing different things. Like I liked Richard Wayawati's show where he traveled around a lot, even though he's very much an introvert and doesn't want to do the things. So like an introvert's guide to traveling would be an ideal like show title for me. I would like that. Favorite video games?
My number one video game of all time. And this is more of a nostalgia thing because it's very dated. Is a PlayStation 1 game called Legend of Dragoon. I love that game to death. I have my original copy of it. And I know it's remastered for the PlayStation 5, and I'm kind of tempted just to get it and do it again, because I don't know if my disc's going to live. But video game, that is my number one game that I will always tell people. Probably my second number one is Okami. For obvious reasons. Wolves, Japan, mythology. And the gameplay is beautiful. But, Legend of Dragoon. I don't know if you have an answer for this one.
Gitaroo Man. Look it up. Gitaroo Man. Absolutely. It's my favorite.
No context from me.
No, you don't get any context. I will show you it later. Deb wrote a big one. What is the most surprising thing you've learned about each other that you didn't know before moving in together? I don't know if there's been a really like a surprising thing.
Most surprising thing.
Pretty open with me. Yeah, you're pretty much you regardless of online or offline.
This is what you get.
Yeah, I think the most surprising thing was the CRISPR for me.
Oh.
I didn't know what that was. And that she had one.
Yeah.
There you go. That's
just
that's been the most like, oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, anything you have to
Not really about you, but yeah, yeah.
We have a crisper.
Yeah, you got a crisper.
But yeah, if you have to bake it.
Yeah.
Meatballs, fries, toast.
Yeah.
You put it on that and you don't have to flip it.
No flipping.
Yeah.
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 That's
yep,
honestly been the most shocking thing. Nothing else has shocked me, I would say.
Pause.
They're running rampant.
They're running like hooligans.
That's all they do. Surprising thing. What hath surprised you?
You drink a lot.
I do drink a lot. Not alcohol. Not alcohol. I'm a thirsty girl.
No. Yeah. Yeah. You and Terry have been putting a hurting on the cans and the bottles.
Yeah. No, I do. I do.
Of course, it's Ramadan for me, so I can't contribute as much.
That's fair. No, yeah. I absolutely know that I do. Like, my default, I don't snack, really. I just drink things. I drink I love soda. I don't care. I drink there's zero sugar, but I love the carbonation of soda, but I hate sparkling water because it tastes like battery acid. So, for me, it does. It always smells great, and then you taste it, and you're horribly deceived. So, I hate sparkling water. Yeah. But I love carbonated beverages in general. So, yeah, I'm a big carbonation girly
with weird taste buds.
I know I have weird taste buds, but that's also the tism. So, I'm a drinker. It's like when you hear Paul, he's a drinker too.
She gets through a 6-pack a day.
And I can. Again, also from Deb. How can we in the community best help you guys? Kofi. For me right now, the best thing to do is not just donate to my Ko-fi, but subscribe to it. That would be great to have actual subscribe. I have a couple subscribers to it. Shout out, you guys. But shout out to my old boss, who's one of my subscribers. But subscribing is really helpful because that becomes a little bit more consistent income-wise. I would love to offer more things than just here's early videos. But I don't know exactly what I am capable of and what I can offer, because most people with Patreon and stuff give you art and private things, and I don't know if I have, especially with finding a new job and what that schedule will look like, what I'll be able to do. But if you can subscribe and support me that way, that's extremely helpful. Yeah. And telling people about our books.
That's probably the big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah, because we're terrible at marketing.
Yeah, we're really bad at that. Market for us.
But yeah, tell people about our books for the most part. I think for me, I'd rather have people reading it than just making money off stuff. So that helps a lot more than it seems like it does. Even if you just tell your cousin who's into anime that somebody who writes manga, and here's my link. That's fantastic. Yeah.
If you can get the books in some way in their hands or in front of their face, that's very helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Tell other podcasters, bring us on, so we can promote. Or
reposting, your
reposting a lot. Share those, comment. I know a lot of YouTubers will like and subscribe or whatever, but those things actually do help. Yeah. Herked took off because it was showing up in recommendations and stuff, and it was kind of a freak. But yeah, the more you like something and share it and repost and stuff, that's incredibly helpful. Yeah. So do that. Do that. And also, if you have an idea of things we could do to help ourselves, that never hurts, because we always learn.
Sometimes I'm learn. What do the people want? Yeah. Oh, this is for you. Okay. What things will you miss from Colorado?
I will miss machi ramen. I will miss having access to my nephews, Bombadil especially. Sorry, Quinn, I do love you. Literally, I called my sister the other day, and they were at the museum again in the bridge, the spaceship bridge, playing, and I loved playing that. We just discovered it, and it was so great. So at least just having that. Of course, all my friends like Lena and Sammy and Tycho and Jace and Ian and oh wait, that was all my friends. But just being able to hang out with them and those are probably the things I miss most. Wussy and Pai Pai. I want my Wussy and Pai Pai girl because they're old too. So I'm a little nervous that was like the last time I would physically see them. Just because, especially Pai Pai's very old. Lucy's going to have some surgery soon.
Yeah.
Little, and it's not like life-threatening surgery. She's getting removed, some things, little skin tags and things removed and getting a new tooth. So nothing like, or at least she's getting one probably pulled because she's had one cracked.
Bye, toofer.
Yeah, so probably. She's okay. She's fine. Just getting some things taken care of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll miss those things and certain things. I'll miss Tout de Jour, and just my usual places. Second and Charles, I'll miss Second and Charles quite a lot. I'm gonna have to find a new place.
Books A Million.
I guess that's Books A Million.
To start, and then half price books, but those are not until we would have to go driving.
Yeah,
driving.
So, yeah. When did you guys become friends?
Early spring of 2015.
Yep. 2015.
I think it was May.
Yeah.
Because
we went to...
She came back while I was still over there, and we were a prefecture, so a state away, essentially.
Yeah. But barely, because it was like the border. Where I live.
Yeah,
we were an hour away. It was 1 hour. 1 hour train. And not on like the slow train. That wasn't a high speed rail.
Regular.
That was just the regular train. So.
And I got on your either Nippon Q Facebook or something and messaged
I believe it was the Facebook because I think I can still find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I initiated the stalker stuff. And was just like, hey, I've been watching your channel. I am also in Japan, very near you, if you wanted to do a meetup thing. And you were like, okay, maybe.
I don't remember if I was hesitant or I was like, yay, new friend! I can find the conversation and let you know.
Here's the conversation. We met at Nagoya Castle.
Yep.
Or maybe, did we meet at the train station and then go to
No, we met at Nagoya Castle.
Okay.
Yeah. I was outside.
We were like in the pathway and I had cookies for you.
Yeah. And I'm like, you look like this character from a web series.
Yep.
And it wasn't awkward at all.
Nope. We went to the castle. You said the red samurai guy was cool.
Yeah.
And then we broke off early afternoon and did our own thing, and then we just
kept in touch. Yeah. Little did you know, you would never get rid of me to the point where I'm in your house now.
I told you I ran into that guy later.
Yeah, you did.
Question number this one.
That's a good one.
From Kimmy, right?
Kimmy, yeah.
That's what Kimmy. What story/character have you wanted to write for a while but haven't found the best way to? Mine is a mix of story and character, because kind of the characters themselves have been growing since I've had the idea. But I'm pretty sure that the core of the story idea is kind of either traveling to different worlds or different fairy tales, different books, different something, so different atmospheres, because I want to play with the different genres, but I don't know if I want to do it as a novel or like light novels, or if I want to do it like full webcomic. But that's a problem for like 3 years from now. But that one I've had since high school, that I have not been able to really just dedicate time to it. Whereas with my other series, I think we're kind of wrapping up and trucking along smoothly. But that story is my my next big one.
Big feature.
Big one.
I have so many. I have a whole backlist of stories that are either in idea form or I've started and stopped. So, and then like restarted. So like Ogre and Bookworm right now, I've restarted that 50 times. Sweet Pea and Sniffly, I've restarted that 50 times. I do have a book idea that Fee and I were going to work on together at some point in evolving Pride and Prejudice. I've got a ton. I'm trying to focus my attention on Hisobo. It's going to be back to like when I had Samwise, and every time he would talk, he would screech, and I'd have to pause, know when he's going to screech.
Hey.
You're going to have some lovely background noise for the rest of this video.
Lots of odd cuts.
Yeah. From Deb. Boo!
Boo!
Can each of you tell us how you fell in love with reading and then writing? I had a rocky relationship with reading. I wasn't really into reading as a kid. And then HP happened, and I was super into just that. So I can't say that I fell in love with reading then either. And then it wasn't until I came back from the JET program, from Eon, from my last time in Japan, that I discovered booktube. And I believe it was either Hannah Azarang, who's Clockwork Reader, and what's her channel called? It's not called it anymore, but it was Haley, which is Hannah's friend. I was watching them, and they kind of inspired me with books, and someone told me about Book Outlet, and that was my downfall. That was the big downfall, where I suddenly learned I could get a massive amount of books for cheap. That was an issue. That triggered a lot. And then I think it wasn't like, I can't actually credit Six of Crows as being the book that got me into reading. It was definitely one of the first ones I picked. I think it was because Hannah was reviewing Six of Crows that I was like, oh, I want to read this. No, I just found Six of Crows. I found it at Barnes & Noble because it had black sprayed edges. And I'm like, that sounds cool. And then I saw that she reviewed it. And I liked it, but it took me 4 months to read that book. And then I read Crooked Kingdom really quickly. But it was really the selection by Kara Cass that I was like devouring, and then started creating like the TBR bag and stuff like that. So that's really when. So very late in my life was when I actually was becoming a reader. Writing, always have been doing that. Been doing that since like my first book I remember writing was in 7th grade, and it was a complete Sailor Moon ripoff called Elementals. And it was just Sailor Moon, but they're elementals. And it was handwritten in a notebook. Nope, you lost it, boo, dude. No, it's underneath. You can't get it.
As for me, I don't think there's a defining moment where I fell in love with reading, but it was just always something I did for escapism. Like, not that I can say there's something specific I was trying to escape from, but I think in like in school, like in elementary school, because I went to the Islamic school and they were very much focused on Arabic. I didn't have English fun. I don't know if that's a weird way to say it, but I just feel like I just read books because I enjoyed reading. And maybe just because they were in English and I actually spoke English, whereas at school, almost everything was in Arabic, and I'm like, I don't know. Not really getting it. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it was just destiny. But
maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's born with it. So I've always been reading. Probably my longest drying stint of reading was high school through 2022. So like a good 14 years, and that's just because in high school when you're forced to read, you're like but that's when I also started drawing manga and delved completely into that direction. So I was still reading manga here and there, but I got more into drawing it, which meant I was writing it to a point which meant I was not consuming a lot. I was just producing. As for writing, I also wrote my first series-ish thing in middle school. So 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Not sure how that got started. I really don't know how that got started. I wish I could figure out that turning point in my life. And then I stopped freshman year because when my English teacher read it, he's like, you use a lot of ellipses. And as a vulnerable child, I stopped writing. But I was working on manga, so yeah. Did it here and there, but haven't done it seriously since, again, like coming back from Japan in 2017.
I have a funny thing for you about ellipses. But not for the internet, because my sister would kill me. But
Gotcha.
Remind me later.
Okay.
Hi.
It's not a tree.
But it could be.
It's a question. It's 2 questions.
You want a piece of paper, buddy? You want paper?
You need fiber in your diet? All right, this one is from Michiru. How did you choose your pet's name?
You come up so you can... Yeah, come here. Big man.
Well, if they don't participate, we'll put pictures of both.
Yeah. I'm petting Atreyu right now.
So I got the privilege of naming Atreyu because my husband and I had a bet that whoever could make the other person cry happy tears, even if it's just one, at the wedding, they get to name the puppy because we knew we were going to get a puppy.
Yeah.
So I won. I got just 1 tear.
And you're going to hold on to that.
Yes. Literally mid-vow, I saw it come out and I was like, I just won the bet, guys. It was fun times.
Good.
So looking at the puppies, his litter name was Ranger. But I had actually been chatting with my brother because he was like, oh, you should give him like an epic Greek name. And I was like, oh, I can name him Atreus. And I don't know if I got that from God of War or if from other things. Like, I can't pinpoint it. So his like...
Buddy.
His government name is Atreus,
yeah.
But we were like, and then I can call him Atreyu, and then I was like, oh, a never-ending story. So semi-officially, he's named for the never-ending story.
He's currently looking at us like this.
Yeah, he's happy boy. He's a happy boy, but he's Atreus Maximus Miller. Willow baby girl. Hers, we did not intend to use another 80s movie, so Willow's litter name was Ego, which is adorable. We actually, we kind of went through a lot of names trying to figure out Willow. And I think we had it down to Willow and Artemis. There might have been a third, but I don't think it made it. What was the not Thor's wife. Freya. I think Freya was also in the running.
Yeah.
But we had to actually meet her and know her personality. But Willow just stuck really quickly. And she used to hiccup a lot. And she's also a huntress. So her full name is Willow Hiccup Artemis Miller.
She's Wham.
She is Wham.
Wham!
So you don't say ma'am, you say wham.
Wham.
Wham. Wham, what are you doing?
I think most of you know Paul now because a lot of you did vote on the name, but the actual derivative of Paul is from the guy who didn't like musicals, from Star Kid. And the main character's name is Paul because the song, What Do You Want, Paul?
What do you want, Paul?
Anytime he's whining, we sing that song. But y'all voted on his name, on all of it, so his full name is Paul Dapper Quigley Gillis. And doesn't have a fun...
PDQ, because he's so cute.
Yeah, but cute. You guys just determined that one, so that's your fault.
Nope.
It's from anonymous.
The anonymity?
It's actually apt that I got this question. How long have you been 17?
A while.
Moving on.
How long have you been 17?
A while.
Okay, we're definitely doing the 17 Twilights, and you're doing a Mickey.
Oh boy. Any hints on Create-a-thon 2025 or other secret challenges coming up? Rachel? Yes, Rachel. Yes. Oh, yes, Rachel.
Yes.
So, Create-a-thon first?
Create-a-thon first.
For Create-a-thon this year, it's still going to be September.
Yep.
We have not decided on Create-a-Camp yet, just because
dealing with everything.
Yeah.
I can give a good hint because we've been planning, we've been working on it really hard, and I will say that like the prompts and stuff, like it's out of this world. The level that we've gone, it's out of this world.
Yep, and we got a lot to do. We got a lot to do.
We've got a lot. We've got a lot planned. A lot coming for it. Always. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah. As for other secret challenges, I think this is the official announcement of WIDA.
WIDA! We are doing Write Every Day in April. If we want to include the I, then it's WIDA, which I think is a fun.
Or just Write Every Day.
Write Every Day April. Yeah.
Write Every Day April.
We're not NaNoWriMo because we don't support Nano anymore, but we are doing a 30-day, because April's a nice 30 days. 30-day challenge.
Solid.
You can make your own word count, but you can use my writing tracker that is freely available to all of you on my Ko-fi shop. I think it's just free. I just put it there for easy access to it. But you can plug in how many words or pages or whatever you want to do for the month of April, and it can track it for you just like the NaNoWriMo website would have done.
Yep.
If they didn't, do all those things that made it so we don't want to do Nano anymore. So that's I'm going to be doing that personal challenge as well. Really kicking into Hisobo. I assume you're going to be doing
yes.
something.
Yes.
One of them.
I mean, I'm going to do. Wait, what?
What? One of your many stories.
Oh, yes.
I was like, I don't know if you're going to work on your standalone or prequel or
I think I'll be doing a few different things.
Sure.
Just to get words.
Yeah.
Make progress.
But we'll have theme sprints. It's going to be a low key challenge.
Yes.
Not crazy.
Very chill. Not create-a-thon level.
No, there's no like official sign up or anything. I'm just like, we're doing WIDA. We're going to write every day and try to get some words in. Really, I need to get back into the swing of writing because I just haven't been, and it's definitely been hard to pick it back up after living in edit land for so long.
I need to get back in the swing of everything.
Yeah. We got to get our heads in the game.
But don't forget, what else is coming up in July? Number 2.
What?
Herked 2.
Herked! I'm like,
Our birthdays?
Yes, Herked.
Yes, our birthday challenge.
Herked 2.0 is coming. As many of you know, I've been slowly releasing hints, and one new rule has been released to the public. You're welcome. Nobody has figured out what the purple prompts are going to be, though. So keep speculating what purple prompts are or how they will function in the future. I love seeing you guys speculate about Herked. Herked 2.0 is coming, and then we'll have Create-a-thon. And then Consume-a-thon.
That's all you.
That's
all you.
Consume-a-thon?
Consume-a-thon did not track with my brand. Nope.
I got you guys. I got you. Worry not.
Yeah, that's pretty full spring, summer coming, so.
We've got a lot. We've got pretty much something in every season.
Yeah.
Because now with the reading challenge, or writing challenge, not the reading challenge.
That'll be spring.
That'll be spring. We've got summer Herked, fall. It's fall.
It's end of summer.
End of summer, fall, Create-a-thon, and then winter Consume-a-thon. We've got them all. We've completed the cycle. Deb.
Yeah, I'm done.
Does anyone else live with you ladies and the puppers?
My husband.
That's it.
We came
And
as
whatever
a package.
ghosts I brought with me.
We came as a package. There's
Yeah.
definitely ghosts.
Yeah.
But they're at least nice enough not to haunt me. They're just bugging the dogs. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Yeah, that's just true.
Ta-da!
From Rachel. What is one thing you have learned from the other person, or a way they have inspired you? I assume this is beyond the 10 days that we've been stuck together. I would say that even though I was following Q for Japan stuff initially, once we became friends and you started vlogging, I pretty much consumed all those, and then you got into writing, and I was like, I like writing. We could write and work and like inspire each other, but I also like we were still early friends, so it wasn't like, hey, I'm writing to read my stuff. It was kind of like, I like that challenge. Let me also do it. Kind of a soft entry point. So I do take a lot of my challenge inspiration, a good deal of motivation from just you being obnoxiously doing all the things, whereas I'm just trying to get, like, I still have a lot of things, but comparatively, she's crazy multitask. I wish
just end it with she's crazy.
She's crazy. It balances.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say, is like we have a really good balance because you're very level-headed and like unbothered. I would say that's definitely, like, even when like the movers came and I was getting really frustrated, you're just like, well, there, that's just how it. You're very roll with the punches type of person, so that helps kind of ground me because I'm crazy. So, and like you're much more like, I like to say that I like structure and stuff, but I'm a chaotic structure where you're structure. So your organization, I think the whole reason why I tried like learning journals and stuff is because you have much more structure in planning and stuff. You're better with deadlines. Like you set deadlines for yourself, and I pretend to set deadlines for myself and then ignore them. So, yeah.
As I'm sitting over here being like,
right now, for example, you have your bingo challenges, and it's taking every fiber of my being not to also do those because I already have a million other challenges going on.
Right.
But it's like I do get inspired by your organizational skills, and you're like very analytical with everything. Pragmatic. That's a good word. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it on a shirt.
Pragmatic and crazy. But yeah, we have a very like, I don't want to say like opposites attract, but we have very opposite personalities.
Yes. Despite being both cancers.
Yeah, we're both sides of the cancers, and it's very interesting dynamic that we work through. And
our planets were not aligned.
No.
That would be a fun thing to look at. Like,
that would
get that whole like, where was my sun and my moon and all the planets, and just be like, oh, that's why
you're that messed up. No. From Rachel is, what's your process for collaborating on challenges like Create-a-thon?
Procrastinate.
We have these spurts of like,
we'll be super productive.
And then not do anything for a while.
We'll have to deal with life.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, oh shoot.
We have to do this. Oh God.
So usually we'll ride off the momentum of the last thing. And we'll have a direction. And that will make us falsely think we're okay.
Yeah.
And then time will go on. We're doing our own things because we got months. We've got 9 months.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time. We have.
I say that a lot whenever we're planning stuff. I'm like, oh, we got time.
Yeah, and then
we suddenly don't have time.
And then we'll get like, like 3 or so months out, and we're like, oh, are we ready? Are we still doing it?
Yeah. I think it does help with our collaboration that both of us have pretty clear skills that contribute. Like, you're always art. Yeah. You're always going to be art. I can't draw. And I'm always like forms and the data side of it because I'm spreadsheet person. I'm spreadsheets.
Yes.
And kind of, we collaborate on the mechanics. Usually I would say it's like, well, when we both come to each other with like, hey, how about if this works? Yeah. And then we kind of just feed off each other that way. Like we were doing that, just walking the dogs, just figuring out how the mechanics we want for the next Create-a-thon to go, because we we change it every year at this point, sure. And how, what twists and turns we're going to take you on this rainbow road, I would say.
Yeah, but we definitely do play to our strengths. So like, since I'm doing a lot of the art, like a lot of that comes up front. Well, the video stuff came up front.
Yeah, that was
in last year, but that was the thing. But this year there's gonna be maybe more art coming. No. So, I do that, and then I kind of social battery deplete. But Q is the opposite. So Q is just like social battery, go. and gooed all the points. And I'm like, everybody's great.
Yeah, our opposite, personalities benefit the collaboration, I'd say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. I feel like I need to be working on stuff.
I know.
I set deadlines and I stick to them. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, did I?
You're up.
Another Rachel.
Rachel did a bunch. Thank you, Rachel.
Name 3 great qualities about the other person. Try to pick at least one that might surprise them.
Like the ones that don't surprise you, obviously, we said you're pragmatic. And I think you're pragmatic while still being a very creative person, which I can highly respect. Mm-hmm. And I admire your fitness motivation and stuff. Like all the journeys you've taken to better your body do inspire me, but also make me feel like shit. But not that it's your fault. That's me.
Don't worry. My broken body feels like that too.
But it's very inspiring. Like even when we first met and you were doing that walk across Japan thing, basically. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I wish I had done that, But also, no, I don't think I wish I would have done it.
Would not do it again.
But yeah, seeing your ability. I just watched your 75 hard video too. That's very inspiring. Yeah. And so every time you do those,
I didn't finish that.
That's okay. But you did do most of it.
I do challenge a lot of things.
Yeah, and you're willing to do that, and I am not. I have moments where I'm like, I'm gonna do a workout thing, and then I go, I'm fine the way I am. That's not gonna change. Gotcha. I don't need to do that. You're surviving.
You're fine.
Yeah. So I'm very inspired by that.
Well, I will.
I don't know. Is that surprising?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No, it is very good. Like we just had a conversation the other day about like how you track things and using terminology that I didn't know the meaning of, and so that was kind of like, okay, a little bit more eye-opening. Would that be okay in my brain? I don't know, because my brain is really messed up with trauma and things from weight loss and things in the past. So
yeah,
it takes me time to warm up to certain ideas.
I am your little blow-up lifesaver. But hopefully, maybe this is the surprising part, but contrary to that.
Okay.
Because my brain is a different type of ADHD where I'm like, I want to work on languages, I want to work on fitness, I want to work on art, I want to work on dogs. I appreciate and respect someone who can hyper-focus. Which I feel like since you've gotten to the booktube has been very whoosh.
Yeah.
Which I could not.
Yeah.
So I definitely I respect that, and I still get inspiration from that too, because I feel like your level of insanity when it comes to your different project ideas or your different approaches. So the TBR game changer.
My game changer.
How quickly did I be like, I need this? So you have a different level of creativity.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't necessarily always think that way. That's what I'm drawn to. And that's what I get little bits of motivation from. And I had a point before you started recording again.
Yeah. Sorry, the battery died.
I admire your fortitude, which you may not feel like you have because you go through a lot and you've had really, really rough times, but we're still able to come up with the next thing, the challenge to work on, to, write that next book, to just sit on the couch and watch them drop out.
I'm getting holla obsessed with Dropout now.
I'm very much obsessed with Josh, Brennan, and Zach.
Noise Boys! We love the Noise Boys!
We love it.
Zach Liam, if you're watching this, I'm in love with you. Just FYI.
Oh.
He's probably got a girlfriend.
To different levels of creativity, insanity, and what was the first thing I said?
I don't know. Everything got erased when
everything got erased.
When the camera died, everything erased.
Yeah.
I think it was just my hyperfocus.
Hyperfocus.
My ability to hyperfocus.
Cannot.
Yeah. I can hyperfocus.
I am currently studying 9 languages.
Yeah. No, I could not.
So.
Have you lived together before this year? If so, have things changed as housemates?
Nope.
The first time.
Nope. She's visited me twice. I visited her
Also twice.
Twice, but once with your own apartment, once with
my parents. Yep.
Yeah. So we've cohabited for 8 days.
Yeah, we've done that.
Split over 7 years.
I think right now too, it still feels like, oh, I'm just visiting. You know, I'm just on vacation. Just because it's only 10 days, so it's only been 10 days.
But we haven't done any fun stuff. So.
We've done one sort of fun thing.
We went to the park.
We're going to the park with the dogs.
Yeah, but like if it was a vacation, we'd let's go to the zoo.
Like,
let's go.
We're going to Book Loft.
Yeah,
that's always number one thing when I visit. We're going to Columbus and we're going to Book Loft. Yeah, it's essential.
Yeah.
But now I live here, so it's like, oh, I can go anytime.
Exactly.
We got time.
Wow, 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 wow. Rachel, what is the most delicious meal each of you can make? Oh no, cheesecake. It's not a meal, it's a dessert.
Yeah, I'd count it though.
It is. You haven't had my cheesecake.
I haven't had your cheesecake. I'll have to be the judge of that.
It's a no-bake.
I love those.
Okay.
I love no-bakes.
It's dense.
I love dense cheesecake.
As far as meals that I make...
I mean, you made really good burgers yesterday.
Oh,
that was a solid burger. You're real good.
Okay. It might not happen again. There's no time control. I just that
you had a good instinct for it. It was a delicious burger. What can I say?
Have decent instincts. I'll have to make you one of my stir fries.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is lazy.
Obviously, I think my curry is the best. But also that's kind of a pre-packaging. Something I make like from kind of scratch. I don't think I've fed you is the apple chicken yet. I don't think I had that, but I have supplies to make it. I just need my book, which is somewhere in the garage. But I love making my apple orchard chicken. I think I make good stuff. You know,
shepherd's pie was good.
Shepherd's pie.
I just had a set.
Yeah,
just had a set to really like.
I think I make good ziti. My go-to recipes because I make them so often because they're good. Oh. I like to experiment a lot with different recipes and things, so I would probably say, I mean, my go-to is my curry, but that's because I use the correct curry. And
yeah, my skill lies more in improv.
Lena asks, what Ohio adventures are you planning?
I want to take you like on a little like whoop.
A whoop.
A whoop. I think I would like, aside from our zoo, do the African wildlife safari. Because that's a drive-through thing.
Oh, fun!
But when it gets warmer.
Yeah.
And then you like space stuff. We have an aerospace museum.
Yeah.
Because astronauts.
We might have to go there soon because my nephew is obsessed right now with the Mars rovers and stuff. So anything I can do to win Auntie points, she's gonna do it. Plan to hit every metro park. I want to take Paul to every single metro park.
A lot.
It's a lot.
Like if you're only counting Toledo, it's maybe doable. But if you're counting Ohio,
right? We're starting with Toledo. I'm starting with metro parks in Toledo, and then working my way out.
Okay.
So, but the first level 1, Toledo metro parks. I want to hit them all. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. Botanical Gardens. I want to find a bunch. I want to do a bookstore crawl here. I've actually already been preparing the bookstore crawl because I just have been saving random bookstores that I've been finding on Google Maps. So I've got quite a list already on that. So independent bookstore day, we saved for that, which I need to figure out when it is this year. It's always in April, but I need to figure it out. That's what I've got so far.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah,
that's a good start.
Find some good haunted places, probably.
Not with me.
No, I'll go.
Amanda, do you like
Amanda?
Please save me from
I think Spence would come down for that. I think Spence would do that.
Yeah, there's quite a few haunted prisons.
Oh yeah.
So
I've learned about some recent murder houses and stuff around as well, which have been interesting. Ohio's got a lot of fun places. Yeah, fun places.
Sauter Village. I won't go there.
Okay.
Greenfield Village. They're like not reenactment villages, but like old-timey.
Old-timey.
Yeah, purposely old-timey.
Immersion villages.
Immersion villages.
Sure.
pre-automobile.
Okay. Live my little house on the prairie life.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Yeah. It's right next to the Ford Museum.
Dope.
Yeah, it's actually a super cool museum.
The cars or the president?
Cars.
Okay. There, could have been both.
It's like cars, but also like invention progress.
Oh, okay.
If I remember correctly from my childhood. It's a deb. Favorite and least favorite part about living together? I can literally just shout like, "Hey!" if I have a thought or an idea. Least favorite, my garage is full.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Yeah, but I'm not really dancing at the moment, especially with Ramadan, so I'm like,
Yeah.
He's whatever.
Yeah.
But no.
I think those are also kind of my things for favorite and least favorite. Favorite is that you're here and I can be like, film a video with me.
Yeah.
And also Atreyo and Willow. I get to hug them constantly and I love them.
Paul's been loving on me.
He has. He has indeed.
I'm surprised
My least favorite thing is, my stuff is in the garage and I don't have like, I'm nearing the end of the NetGalley TBR when I'm going to need to pick the next TBR and I don't know how that's going to function right now because everything's in boxes and stuff still and I think
grab a box of books.
Yeah.
Next TBR.
I was literally thinking that might be what I do. That was
what's in this box?
Yeah. Whatever's in the box, I have to read,
That would be hilarious, though.
I had that thought, if I can't find, I'm like, I think I remember which box my spinner wheel is in. And it's hard to remember what I put in what, because I've labeled them, but basic, generic library, books, office, bedroom, that kind of stuff. But I didn't, I should have written, Maggie, I think, told me after that she'd written, packing lists. I'm like, I should have done that. Why didn't I do that? I love lists. But I didn't because most of them were already sealed up by that time and I didn't want to take them all down and redo it. So that's for the next time I have to do a big move, which hopefully is never. But that's just definitely my least favorite. It's just limited space with my stuff. And
you're basically in your room.
Yeah, I'm mostly.
And Paul's stuff is in her room because he's food territory.
Yeah, he's become a little territory of his food and his space.
So he's the problem.
He is a bit of the problem.
But he's cute.
He is.
I mean, he's not cute.
That's right. He's lovable, not cute.
And we're getting close.
We are so close.
A handful. Just a handful left, guys. So if you've thought of anything else by the end of this video, feel free to leave them in the comments below.
As we're losing sunlight.
Subscribe.
Would you ever consider co-writing a book? This comes from Sarah. I've considered it with a lot of people. Obviously, I told you guys, Fee and I were trying to do a co-write. Right. Leora and I have tried to do a Leora and I tried to create a co-game. We tried to create a red, white, and royal blue specific Cards Against Humanity.
I think I would like a type of project like that more than trying to
write I think we're really good at creating games and challenges together
when we're contributing different parts.
Yeah.
But I don't think our writing style is
match at all. No.
It's not gonna mesh.
Yeah.
So, no.
Probably not. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah. I also just co-writing in general is a scary thing for me. Just because I have a very linear style and just the way that I go about writing a book, I don't think is cohesive with other people. Necessarily.
What'd you say? What you don't know about my writing?
I can't hopper. Everyone always just write the scene that you want to write, and I'm like, I can't do that.
Not when you're in serious.
I have to write linear.
Not serious mode. Yeah, can't do it. What does an ideal night at home look like while you are sharing a home? Oh, Rachel. Last night was pretty great.
I think that's an ideal night. Yeah.
I got home at a normal time. I came home. We took the dogs to the PARK. We came back. I made burgers and salad. And aside from us having to eat at different times, it's whatever. Yeah. But then we just watched Dropout all night. I got the app, signed in on mine over there. It was super fun. It was great. Just sitting and watching and having fun. Finally, someone else experiencing Dropout the way that I experienced it. I mean, you showed it to me.
Yeah, I showed a little bit, but being able to binge it is fun. It's having a fun night.
Yeah, that was good. And yummy food, funny shows.
Yeah.
Dogs were tuckered out.
Yeah.
Ideal.
That's the idea. I agree. I concur. This one comes from Ratface. How far along are you in Herkyed? I am... Gosh. I have to look at my spreadsheet for this answer. I will put it here. This is my percentage based on my spreadsheet. I think I have like 30 some books left to fill in all my spaces with no double ups, because that's my big challenge is no double ups. So I think I have around that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think around that.
I was doing pretty good until like December. And then I got hooked into the Joanne Fluke series that I've been listening to. And then my brain was also like, you need to stop consuming and make stuff. So that's why Consumathon didn't work well for me in December, because I was just like, I want to make things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my focus this year, is more making stuff. So I couldn't tell you how far I am, but I did impressively well for myself, because I think I read over 50 books between July and November. Yeah. Which was probably how much I read the year before.
It's a lot. And that's a big difference for us, like crazy reader, not as much of a reader. Like you still read, but you do a lot more rereads because you do your analysis of like the twisted tales and stuff.
I mean, that was a one-time thing. I never reread.
Sure. Okay. Here now, she says it's a one-time thing. Cut to a few years later when more Disney Twisted Tales have come out.
But I won't have to reread them because I'll have to re-rank, but I won't have to reread because I did reviews. So okay, you can just watch your reviews. That's why I did individual reviews this time.
That's fair. Okay.
But yeah, typically I do not reread.
Yeah. I'm not a reread. Years. That's why her kid had the no rereads rule, because I also just like, I don't reread and I get tired of... A lot of well, that's a her kid question. That's for her kid Q&A.
Say you're like 13.
Yeah.
It's more than that, but that's a good number.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, but I always have an ongoing book, which is a new feat for my adult life.
I think if I can get through this NetGalley TBR and pick a good TBR for next round, I can get her kid done. I think I can actually do it.
But you should just dedicate it to her kid.
I mean, that's one of the
And then
options.
we can dig through all your books, be like, I found it! Yeah. Oh, wait, just the sequel.
I was so sad because I just finished reading The Boy with the Thorns, and I'm like, oh, this can be my direct from indie. I already did my direct from indie one. I was like, son of a...
I think I probably could have done better. Not 100% sure on that committed statement. But if there was like the supplemental tracking pages that were already pre-made, because like I used that one that someone in the Discord had made, but then that got overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I think if I had, or at least if I had created a better tracking system for myself, I think I could have really, like, I could have finished it.
I do think Herkyed 2 will both be more challenging, but more manageable for a lot of people.
Dun, 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 dun. Hardest part of your transition to Ohio?
Time difference, actually. I'm still stuck. I usually, like, Paul and I are up, like, when we're back home, I was up at 5:36. And I've been, every time I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's 7:30. That's so late.
See, or I would be thrilled.
Yeah. But I don't like, because I like to go to bed early, especially with planning to have a new job. I don't want to be tired in the middle of the day. Like today I had a freaking nap again, and I get mad when I have to take naps because that's productivity time that I'm losing, but I'm tired, so I'm not gonna be good and productive anyway. But I honestly, the time has, like, we stay up later. Like usually at home, Paul and I would go to bed. He's like, his bedtime is 9 o'clock. And my bedtime was like 10:30.
That's also like, so my time is off because of Ramadan. Because I'm eating at 7:45, so I'm technically eating until like 11. So I'm not going to bed till 12:31, 2. Yeah. But then I'm still waking up pretty much right after you guys get up a little bit, or at least 8:30. So when Ramadan's over and I can get back to my normal, it is like I'm trying to be no tech in bed by 10.
I think that will help. That will help. I lack direction right now. I lack structure. Which I do think the transition has really not amplified, or like made me more aware of how much autism I have. Because when I've been living on my own for several years now. So I've developed my own means of coping, but doing that with other people in the house has been a struggle for me. Like grocery shopping. Yeah, I can't be perceived grocery shopping. That's a thing for me. And just like sharing space again is a big transition, but it's definitely made me much more aware of, I don't actually have a coping mechanism for this, or I don't have a tool to help with this issue in my neuroses. So that, I think those are the top two things for me that I'm very aware of right now that are like my biggest frustrations with the move. But all in all, that's not that bad.
Nice, Steven.
Yeah. Ohio, like you just told me yesterday, Ohio is like a testing ground for restaurants. I'm so shocked by how the diversity of food here. I'm like, great. I thought Denver was like known for having a lot of different kinds of foods, but there's a lot of restaurants out there that I gotta try. There's a lot now.
There's a lot. Left.
To the left.
Was it you?
I think it's me. You get the last one? Also from Deb.
Deb.
Seems like Paul was welcomed to the back. Any jealousy among the puppers? Mostly from Paul. It's mostly Paul. Paul's the problem child right now.
Yeah. If he gives me attention, they're fine. But Atreyu is possessive of toys. That when he wants them. When he decides he wants them, then he's like, this is my toy, nobody else is allowed to have it, especially if it's a new toy. But then he like chills out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only, like we had initial territory issues where it was just even the bottom of the stairs, because they're upstairs in the bedroom, where Paul would be like, "Arr."
Yeah, he'd be like, you're going up to my space.
Now he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But
he's still a little growly when he's in the room.
Yeah.
We did have a Atreyu in there the other day.
Yeah.
Where he was still kind of growling.
Care.
Yeah. So we're easing into it. He definitely cares when Willow's there.
Willow's sensitive.
Yeah. But yeah, Paul he's never shared a space this long with other dogs. We did have, like, Atreyu did put him in his place, and that definitely helped. Like, that changed the dynamic a bit, where he suddenly kind of understood the hierarchy a bit better.
At least with him and Atreyu. Like,
yeah.
He and Willow
go crazy. They're kind of in love with each other, but also just weird.
I always say two peas in a pod, but I feel like there's like two characters. It's not quite a Simba and Nala.
No.
But it's very much it's a Huck and a Finn.
Yeah, they are. They are a Huck and a Finn.
No, it's not Huck. Tom and Huck.
Tom and Huck.
Huck
and Finn, like Huckleberry Finn. Why? Tom and Huck.
It's Tom and Huck.
They are very much Tom and Huck. Paul, it's definitely been eye-opening to see how he reacts, and what I need to work on with him.
And he's become shy boy.
He has become shy boy. He used to be Mr. Social, but with people and stuff, and now when we go up to see him, they want to pet him. He's suddenly very shy and hides behind me. So that's been a new issue, especially because I've been trying to train him as a therapy dog for kids. And now he's scared of letting kids pet him. I definitely think that was the fault of the long-ass drive here, where he's in a space. And it's all these new people. It's new sense.
New area. Yeah. Because he was introduced to your area.
Yeah, he knows since he's puppy. He knows everyone.
So everybody's coming to his space, whereas now he's in...
a new space. So it's definitely been a transition in his service dog training, although he just got his new service dog last because he outgrew the other one.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. And our final question
is anonymous. What's your bad habit as a writer?
I think we've covered this a bit. I think. Procrastination.
That's the biggest thing, but that's with I feel like all my projects, and I feel like I used to be more disciplined, but I'm wondering if I just procrastinated better and did have the stricter deadlines. So instead of being like, oh, I gotta get 100K by the end of the year, I was like 10K tomorrow. That pressure I don't put it on myself as much because A, I'm distracted by doing so many things, and B, we're trying to balance and not be that person. So if you did see my 75 hard video, you know that I'm trying to like this instead of in terms of like technical stuff. What were my crutch words? Crutch words. Just.
That's one of mine. I was gonna just say that. I was gonna just say. Well is another one for me.
I have a whole list of crutch words that
I do
usually,
too.
like, check when I.
It's my checklist when I'm editing.
When
I go check and see.
Yep.
What bad things did I do?
Yeah.
I would say,
I have to commit.
aside from like procrastination stuff, like a lot of writing advice out there will tell you must write every day, and being able to do that has been a big challenge. Hence doing the 30-day Weeda challenge, where we're gonna write every day because I need to get back into the swing of things.
Is it a W?
Weeda. Wait, no, it's 3, isn't it? Wait, isn't it 3?
Weeda.
Oh yeah, that was right. Yeah. Anyway, that's writing every day is a big.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge because I think I write better in chunks. Like I'll be like, yep, we did a 5K day. I won't write for.
And I have indecisiveness. That's why it's been really hard to like start Hisobo and stuff and start Ogre and Bookworm and do all these because I get writing in them and I go, no, this is a better idea. And I scrap it and I restart. I've restarted so many times. It started with Follow the Astronom. I restarted that book so many times. It was so hard to get it out. And then I got really lucky with Hisfakak. Like I had a very clear vision of what I wanted Hisfakak to be. And I know what I sort of want Hisobo to be, but it's less clear than the first one was. So I'm struggling with that sequel syndrome almost because again, it's different characters and stuff that I'm handling, even though the Lambros family is going to be there, but it's harder. Yeah, especially because Hisfakak was so much of like, each sister was my own issues that I was kind of working through with it. And now I have no issues whatsoever.
She can dye her hair purple.
Yeah! No, I can't.
You could.
I can't do that. I'm not allowed.
She can't stop you.
She would fly all the way here to punch me in the face. I don't know. Would I look good with purple hair?
I think you could. I think you.
I've always wanted to go
could
green.
do like a
forest green. I wanted to do that.
I feel like you could also pull off an ombre.
Yeah. I can because my hair grows and becomes one. And fades and becomes an ombre.
There should be another word for procrastination.
Here's a good bad habit that I don't know if you do, but I definitely do.
Bad habit.
Yeah, it's funny.
Not a bad good habit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is. It's a good bad habit. I think a lot of people still do. At least in my generation. I still double space after a period. And then I have to correct it. Do you double space after periods?
I will have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Next time.
Oh, we've got the new brain worm in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still automatically, and then I change it after the fact. Yep.
Learn something new every day.
There you go. We're not on typewriters anymore, Q. Stop it. Not that I ever was, but
we had to do it in school. Though.
Yeah. In the typing class.
Yeah. I guess any final thoughts, words, hints?
Look out for the fact that, like, because I'm, in theory, hopefully getting a new job within the next, like, week or so, the stream schedule will be fluctuations. If you haven't already signed up for my newsletter, it's once a month. That'll give you a better idea of what's going down.
What's going on?
And yeah, follow us on Ko-fi. Even if you can't subscribe, you can follow us there so you get the stuff. And if there's, like, I release a video early to all my Ko-fi subscribers and donators. It doesn't work with Shop. I don't know why Ko-fi does that. But like, this video is going to be up much sooner for everybody.
Yeah.
And if you're like, I want to be the first to know and stuff, then do that. Pick me. Yeah. Support us that way. You've got convention coming. And
I have a convention this weekend. It's my first 2-day convention in many, many years. But after that, I don't have anything coming up till End of May, I have one in town. Mid-June, I have a 3-day convention. There might be one in July at the library. That is still tentative because I'm supposed to work inventory that day. Will and work be nice to me? I don't know. Probably not. And then the end of September is where I got the table space that we can share. So I've got events coming up, but we have to stop the procrastination and work consistently on Kuro Kenshin. Because I think you had maybe left towards the end of Creative Commons. When I wrote the outline, the expected 120, 150 pages might be closer to 240.
Nice.
No. No. I've drawn one.
Whoops. Whoopsies.
But it'll make it better. So
Cool.
yeah, just keep watching this channel.
Yeah.
You can check out my channel as well if you want. I'm not posting like too many videos this year because other things, but I still stream every Monday at, that does vary just because of Ramadan as well. But in theory, this year, our normal time should be around 5 p.m. Eastern to like 9 p.m. Eastern every Monday. Creative Commons.
Yeah. All those links in the doobly-doo. You're regular, like I have you pre-programmed in there. Yeah, so you just go, if you scroll around, it'll say, "Muck at my friends!" And there's Hala there and Tycho's there as well.
Ooh, I made the friend list.
You're on the friend list.
I thought I was just a host.
Yep, that's it. You're just a host to me.
A host with the most.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Really good spinner.
Oh boy, wait. You gotta wait. Willow. Gentle, sweetie. A true. Oh boy.
Oh. Go get a treat. There's your big baby. That's a very large amount of slobber on my leg. Thank you. Buddy, now is really not the time. Sorry.
The magic.
Are they blow up? Like the lifesaver rings? I guess they're for
The ones on the airplanes are.
Okay, yeah.
Scuttle.